An 18-year-old gunman stormed an elementary school in Uvalde, Texas, Tuesday afternoon and opened fire.
Salvador Ramos, an 18-year-old male who resided in Uvalde, it's believed that he abandoned his vehicle and entered into the Robb Elementary School in Uvalde with a handgun, and he may have also had a rifle.
As of now, no motive is known for the mass shooting. The 600 children who attended the primary school were aged from 5 or 6 to about 12 years old. The killings come less than 10 days after a gunman who posted racist rants online killed 10 people at a grocery store in Buffalo, New York. Gun laws in Texas are among the least restrictive in the country. The U.S. averages about 10 mass shootings per week. Nearly 200 mass shootings have happened so far this year. That includes 27 school shootings.
Now, Russia is stepping up its attacks on Ukraine's eastern Donbas region. Heavy fighting is reported in and around the town of Severodonetsk. The regional governor says 12 people were killed by shelling. Moscow says it will continue its offensive until it achieves its goals. In his nightly address, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy warned that Russia is bent on destroying everything in Donbas. Zelenskyy also paid tribute to the fierce resistance put up by the Ukrainian people.
One of the deadliest police raids in Rio de Janeiro in Brazil, an anti-crime operation killed 22 people, left 7 hospitalized on Tuesday. Residents said that the shooting began at around 4 a.m. during which several gang members were shot, who resisted the enforcement operation and opened fire with automatic weapons. Police helicopters were also struck by bullets during the exchange. A 41-year-old woman was also caught in the line of fire, while a policeman was injured. Police has said that at least 11 of the dead were suspects. Police said that they were looking for gang leaders from other parts of Brazil hiding out in this favela. The suspects were readying to move to another favela. Rio's police is known to often conduct such raids in swarming slums to stop drug trafficking.
At 6 a.m., North Korea fired what appears to have been an ICBM. Then, at 6:37 a.m., the regime fired another. And then there was a third launch, likely a short-range missile, fired 5 minutes later at 6:42 a.m. All 3 missiles were fired from the Sunan area in the north capital city of Pyongyang. South Korea's Joint Chiefs of Staff said the suspected ICBM flew 360 kilometers at an altitude of up to 540 kilometers. The missile appears to have been the North Hwasong-17 ICBM, and it flew at almost 9 times the speed of sound. As for the second missile, it was launched but was soon unable to be detected. South Korea's military said further research is needed to see whether it had failed. The last, which appears to have been the North's KN-23 missile, flew 760 kilometers at an altitude of 60 kilometers. In response, South Korea and the U.S. jointly fired surface-to-surface missiles toward the East Sea to deter further threats.
One year after Operation Guardian of the Walls, Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh warned Israel on Sunday against carrying out the planned flag march set to take place in Jerusalem's Old City next week. Speaking at the conference marking the anniversary of last year's 11-day conflict, Haniyeh warned the enemy against committing these crimes and acts, and said the organization would resist with all its capabilities. The Palestinian people, led by the resistance, especially those in the West Bank and Jerusalem, will not permit this Jewish Talmudic nonsense to go unanswered, he said in a statement, adding that the Palestinian resistance would not allow Israel's bullying at the Aqsa mosque and the rest of Jerusalem. As such, he called on his fellow Palestinians to be prepared and ready to defend Al-Aqsa Mosque, he said in a statement.
In a trial he's dismissed as meaningless, jailed Russian opposition figure Alexei Navalny lost his appeal against a 9-year prison sentence for fraud on Tuesday.
The sentence by Moscow's Lefortovo City Court on the 22nd of March 2022 is final. The court session is hereby closed.
Appearing via video link behind bars, the court's rejection means that the Kremlin's most prominent critic will be sent to a high-security prison with few family visits and harsh conditions, in a sentence his lawyer says contradicts international law.
Nearly 2 decades after the Concorde was retired, supersonic passenger flights around the world could once again be within reach. Calling it the world's fastest and longest-range purpose-built business jet, plane manufacturer Bombardier's Global 8000 boasts speeds of over 750 miles per hour.
It's all about bragging rights, Brianna. You know, we're talking about the fastest civilian airplane that money can buy, the Bombardier Global 8000. 8,000 comes from the range, 8,000 nautical miles. The top speed Mach 0.94. So we're talking about 94% of the speed of sound. There has not been a civilian airplane built faster than this since the Concorde. It can carry up to 19 passengers. Remember, this is a business jet, a private plane.
Bill Cosby is on trial again. Jury selection got underway today in the last remaining civil suit against the once beloved, now disgraced comedian. 64-year-old Judy Huff claims Cosby sexually molested her at the Playboy mansion when she was 16. Bill Cosby is 84. He's not expected to testify or even attend the trial. Instead, jurors are likely to see video depositions he made several years ago. In an unexpected twist, just 2 weeks ago, Judy Huff changed the date she was allegedly assaulted from 1974 to 1975.
The accuser may have made an enormous misstep. For years, she said this happened in a certain year in the 70s. And then 2 weeks before trial, she says, I was wrong. It was a different year. That could destroy her credibility.